Hi everyone, it's Mike here. So it's the first Saturday of a new month, which means there's a new challenge over on the Mission Inspiration Facebook group. So if you want to play along this month, then all you have to do is just to go along to that Facebook group I'm just displaying on the screen at the moment and just click on Ask to Join, and then you can join in all of the fun. So the prompts have been set by me again this month, and I will show you the set of prompts. I'll show you the brief, and then I'll show you what I've done with them. And I'll see you again at the end. Welcome, Art Agent Specialists. Your mission for June, should you wish to accept it, is as follows. Step 1. Glue down fragments of food can labels. Step 2. Add a thin coat of gesso. Step 3. Make marks with household items. Step 4. Add splatters and drips of paint. Step 5. Add collage words from magazines. Step 6. Add your focal image or images. Step 7. Glue small circles of paper randomly on your page. Step 8. Add stenciling. Step 9. Add stamping. And finally, step 10. Add doodling and journaling. This message will self-destruct in 3 seconds. Good luck. So we're starting with step number 1, which is glue down fragments of food can labels. Now I've raided the kitchen cupboards and I've stolen some labels from some aluminium cans, and here we go. I'm going to stick them down. We'll now have to play guess what's inside when we come to cook with them. So this is the first of 3 labels, and I'm going to stick this down with the matte medium from Mod Podge. So that's the last of the 3 labels, I think, so that should be enough to create a nice little background for my journal page. So step number 2 is to add a thin coat of gesso, and I'm using the indigo blue Gesso Good in white. I'm only going to add the 1 layer, but I'm not going to water it down. So I'm not even going to spread it around with a baby wipe. I'm literally just going to brush it on, and then I'm going to heat set it to let it dry before we move on to step number 3. So that's step number 2 complete. On with number 3. So we're making marks with household items. So I've run around the house and grabbed an array of just random items from drawers and from wherever I could, thought that I'd get a nice texture from. And I'm just using the Twisted Citron Distress Paint from Tim Holtz and Ranger. And in case you're wondering, yes, this is a broken piece of Lego. And this is a lid from, I think it was from a bottle of shampoo. And the next item is a wooden door handle that was sent to me in Happy Mail. So I think that's enough of that. We're going to mix it up a little bit and this time use abandoned coral and a wrench. Well, the prompts do say household items. So as there's getting quite a lot of paint on the page at this point, I'm going to just heat set it and then move on to the next one. So this next item, I believe, is supposed to hold soap in place on the side of the bath. It's great for making texture on your page though. And I think that will do for our soap holder. So that's enough for number 3. So number 4 is add splatters and drips of paint. So for this I'm going to use the Distress Paint, which is the Mermaid Lagoon. And because we're doing drips and splatters, I am just mixing in a little bit of water to that paint just to make it a little bit more runny and try to encourage the drips a little more. But we'll start off with the splatters first. Now it's time to add the drips. So now we just need to heat set those drips in place to make sure that they don't smudge when we start adding on any other elements. So that's step number 4 taken care of. Now, step number 5 and 6, I'm going to switch round. I'm going to do number 6 first and then number 5. So adding on my focal point, this is going to be an image that I've had sticking around in my stash for quite some time and I've never known what to do with. But seeing as I've used the food can labels at the beginning, then we may as well continue on with the food theme. So my new number 6 is add collage words from magazines. And planning ahead, I have already cut out my words because I knew I was going to use the fridge collage, so I knew exactly the phrase that I wanted to use with it. So we're all stuck down, just need to dry it all off before we can move on to step number 7. So for my small circles of paper, I went back to the magazine and pulled out some images of food. And because this is really thin paper, I couldn't use the hand punch to punch circles out, so I've had to do them by hand. Poor me. So now I have my circles, or an approximation of a circle. I'm just going to glue them down using that triangle collage glue stick. And that wraps up step number 7. And step number 8, it's time to do a little bit of stenciling. And this stencil is from TCW and it's called Time Travel, and I'm just going to use the jet black archival ink with a distress or foam applicator. So that's step number 8 complete. Time to look at step number 9, which is to add stamping. So this stamp is a very old one from Michael's that was originally on a wooden block, but I did take it off a while ago. I'm not too bothered about getting an even impression. All I want is just to get an impression that I've actually stamped. So it doesn't matter that it's not perfect. So that concludes step number 9. Time to look at step number 10. So the last one, add doodling and journaling. So with this last step, because it's already a very, very busy page, I'm just going to add some doodling around the blocks, or the word blocks on the fridge itself. And also I'm just going to use the football pen that you can see me holding here, and I'm just going to add a scribble doodle border all the way around the page. And that, I think, is it. I'm not going to do any more. So all I have to do now to complete my page is just sign and date it, the first one for June 2016. So I hope you enjoyed watching that little art journal page come together. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up, share, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking the button just here. That's all from me for now. But remember, if you want to pop along to that Facebook group, then I'll also put the link to it in the description area below this video. So that's all from me for now. I'll see you all again real soon. Bye for now.